Students, in last lecture we saw the which kind of deformities are there, how to take precautions, how to go through the remedies, how to cure or how to take care of from the deformities. Today we are going to start with corrective measures for postural deformities. Our environment contains many forces that act upon our body, and sometimes due to these forces we suffer from postural deformities. Most likely the postural deformities may be due to the pull of gravity, congenital by birth, malnutrition and prolonged illness. Postural deformities are of two types, that is functional and structural. In functional deformities, only the soft tissues, that is the muscles and the ligaments are affected. In this case, the correction of postural deformities is possible through various corrective measures. On the other hand, structural deformities occur when our bony structure is affected. Physical activities and other activities measured in such cases cannot play any significant role. In fact, in such cases, surgery can be helpful for securing the desired improvement. There are two types of deformities. First one is structural, second one is functional. Functional can be cured by the exercises or activities or corrective measures. If we perform, it may be corrected. But structural, it is corrected or recovered by the surgery only. The role of physical activities as well as other corrective measures in functional deformities is very effective, especially during elementary school years. Indeed, physical activities or corrective exercise in various forms can serve the contract the effect of gravitational force. The correction of postural deformities should be a part of school education. The program for the correction of postural deformities in school should be included to serve more than just an exercise for correcting a specific deformity. Students should also be encouraged to engage in exercise for increasing general strength, endurance, balance and flexibility. Methods of relaxation should also be undertaken. Along with exercise, posture consciousness should also be developed among the students who have postural deformities. There are number of physical activities or corrective exercises which can be used corrective measures for postural deformities. Various corrective measures related to specific postural deformities we will see today. First, we are going to see corrective measures for kyphosis. Which are the corrective measures for kyphosis? First one, lie on the back. First, what you have to do? Lie on your back, that is in supine position with knees drawn up and feet flat on the ground. Both hands should be at sides. Then move your arm sideways in horizontal position. Palm should be faced upward. Raise your arms upward over the head. Palms still facing upward. Hold this position for some time. After that, bring your arms back in horizontal position. Repeat the exercise at least 10 times. Second one is lie down in the position, that is on the chest with hands on your hips. After that, raise your head and trunk several inches from the ground. Your chin should be in during the exercise. Hold this position for some time and then come back to the previous position. Repeat this exercise at least 10 times. And last, third one, sit in normal position with a stick held in horizontal position overhead. Hands well spread. After that, lower the stick and then raise the behind your head and shoulders. While doing the exercise, keep your head and trunk straight. Repeat this exercise 10 to 12 times. Yes, corrective measures for lordosis. Lie down in prone position with hands under abdomen. Then keep hips and shoulder down. Press your hands upon the abdomen and raise the lower back. Second one, bend knees forward while allowing hips to bend back behind, keeping the back straight and knees pointed in the same direction as feet. Descend until thighs are just parallel to the floor. Extend knees and hips until large are straight. Come back to the straightened position and repeat the exercise. This is the third one. Fourth one, sit on the chair with the feet wide apart. Bend and position your shoulder between your knees, then reach the floor under the back of the chair. Hold this position for some duration. Fifth, lie in prone position on the floor. Keep the palms of your hands on the floor as per the shoulder's width. Push toes up the keeping pelvis on the floor. Hold the position for some time. Sixth one, sit down with knees extended. Feet together and hands at sides. After that, bend forward, touching the fingers to toes. Hold the position for some time. Then come back to the original position and repeat the exercise. Corrective measures for scoliosis. Scoliosis exercises are designed to correct the hereditary curvature of the spine. It is related to spine. These exercises help in limited way to decrease curve angles. In fact, exercises do not play a very significant role in the correction of scoliosis. The affected people are advised to participate in physical education programs, organize sports and normal recreational activities. They may wear scoliosis braces. Some exercises which are described below may be beneficial to some extent. Next, we will see the exercises related to scoliosis. Lie down in prone position, that is on the chest. Right arm should be upward and left arm at sides. After that, move right arm towards the left, overhead press down with left hand, and then slide the left hip up. Stand erect with feet few inches apart. After that, raise the left heel and left hip. Extend right arm in arch overhead to the left. Press left hand against the ribs on the left side. Stand in the erect position with feet several inches apart. Keep left hand's fingertips on left shoulders and bend the upper body on the right side. If there is an opposite C curve in the spine, but if there is no opposite C curve, which means if there is just C curve, bend the upper body to the left side. The tips of the fingers of the right hand should be on the right shoulder. Repeat the exercise for some time as per the C curve. Next, corrective measures for knock knees. Generally, the deformity of knock knees cannot be corrected through exercise during later childhood and adulthood, but this deformity can be corrected up to some extent through exercise. Particularly when it is detected, the favorable results of exercise can be achieved during the phase of early childhood. The following exercise we will see. First one, horse riding. Horse riding is one of the best exercises for correction of knock knees. Second, keep a pillow between the knees and stand straight for some time. Both the feet should touch each other. Third, use of walking calipers may be beneficial. Fourth, perform Padmasana and Gomukhasana regularly. Then and then only it will be. For bow legs, the role of exercise in case of bow legs is approximately the same as that in knock knees. The deformity of bow legs can be corrected up to some extent during the early phase of childhood. During later childhood and adulthood, exercise don't play a significant role. The following exercise we will see for the bow legs. First one, stand erect with feet joined together. Wrap a soft piece of cloth on both legs at knee level. Tighten it with the help of a partner. Try to squat as far as possible. Hold the position of squat for some time. Come to the original position and repeat the exercise 4 to 6 times. Walk for some distance on the inner edge of the feet. Third one, walk by bending the toes inward. Fourth, perform Ardha Matsyendrasana, Garudasana and Ardha Chakrasana. Next, we will see the corrective measures for round shoulders. Round shoulders is a common postural deformity. It can be corrected with the help of some exercises. We will see that exercises. First one is the keep your tips of fingers on your shoulders and rotate your elbows in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction for some time. Second one, hold the horizontal bar regularly for some time. Third one, perform Chakrasana and Dhanurasana for some time. Next and last one, deformities. Corrective measures for flat foot. the deformity of flat foot can be corrected with the help of some exercises. First we will see that jumping on toes for some time. This is the best exercise which we can perform regularly. Second one, rope skipping. Rope skipping also is the one of the best exercise or corrective measures for flat foot. Third one, stand up and down on the heels. Fourth, walk on the toes. Fifth, sit down properly. Try to grip small words of paper with your toes. Last, the conclusion of all the corrective measures. The above mentioned corrective exercises of physical activities should be done regularly for long duration to get good results. These corrective measures should be employed immediately after the detection of deformities. In the later stage, it would be difficult to correct these deformities. For that purpose, we have to work as early as possible and corrective measures or corrective exercises performed regularly. Is it clear? We will take short review of the lesson. First, we saw that what is the meaning of motor development. Development of child's bone, muscles and ability to move around and ability to manipulate his environment. Motor skills are essential for everyday life activities such as walking, running, jumping and etc. Got it? Next, meaning of gross motor development. It involves the development of large muscles in the child's body, especially while sitting, walking, running and climbing etc. Fine motor development. Children learn to control their arms, then their hands and then their fingers. This is fine motor development. It's clear? Okay. Stages of motor development in children. Which are the stages? First, early childhood, 2 to 6 years. Second, middle childhood, 7 to 10 years. And third, late childhood, 11 to 12 years. We saw the factors affecting on motor development. There are various factors are affecting on motor development. Among that, we saw that environmental factors, nutrition, sensory impairment, postural deformities, obesity, physical activity, biological factors, opportunities. Yes, after that we saw that growth and development. How the growth will occur and how the development will be occur. What do you mean by the growth and what do you mean by the development? We saw that growth and development. Growth can be measured because growth in kg, inches, millimeter, but development cannot be counted through the measurement. Is it clear? Next, we saw that stages of growth. Which are the stages of growth? There are 5 stages of growth we studied. First one, infancy, 1 to 2 years. Second one, early childhood, 3 to 7 years. Third one, later childhood, 8 to 12 years. Fourth one, adolescence, 13 to 19 years. And fifth one, adulthood, above 19 years. Is it clear? Next, we saw that weight training. What is the weight training? Definition of weight training. Weight training is a type of strength training that uses weight for resistance. Weight training provides a stress to the muscles that causes them to adapt and get stronger. Through the judicious use of weight training, we can effectively improve strength, local muscular endurance and power, which are vital for athlete. Next, we saw that advantages of weight training. Yes, weight training advantages. What are the advantages? First one is help in getting good shape. Second, best means of providing fitness. Third, help in enhancing athletic performance. Fourth, best means to develop strength. Fifth, increase bone density. Sixth, reduce stress and tension. Next, we saw that disadvantages of weight training. What are the disadvantages? Risk of injuries due to the weight training. You may in danger, or if it is not in proper way, your bones may be damaged. Structure will be face some deformities due to the weight training. Second, less flexibility due to the weight training. This one thing also happen. That's why we have to perform the flexibility activity along with the weight training. Third, may have bad effect on joints. You may have bad effect on your joints. Next, after that, we saw that the topic posture. What do you mean by the posture? Then concept of correct posture, while standing, while sitting. In that, we saw that advantages of correct posture, causes of bad posture, common postural deformities, and last today we saw that corrective measures for postural deformities. In posture, correct posture of standing, a position which the skeleton is held erect. Second, mechanically most favorable for transmission of body weight. Third, center of gravity should be on the line shown passing through the body. Center of gravity should be in between the legs center. Yes, body should be in the erect position, that called correct standing posture. Correct posture of sitting, we saw in that a position in which the body is seated comfortably on a chair with erect spine. Spine should maintain its natural curve, not to put any stress on the back. Third one, posture should not be forced or collapsed with belly buggling out. Next, we saw that advantages of correct posture. What are the advantages of correct posture? Prevents disorders and diseases. Second, change in mental attitude through the correct posture. Change in mental attitude, fatigue. Next one, improves speech. If your posture is correct, your speech is improvement is good. Improve concentration power. You can concentrate because of your correct posture. Next, we saw that causes of bad posture. I hammered a lot on that causes of bad posture, because we have to know that what are the causes of bad posture and how to cure ourselves from the bad posture for good posture. First one, improper diet everywhere, it is important. Second one, diseases. Third, by birth some deformities or bad posture will occur. Fourth, due to accidents. Fifth, fatigue. Sixth one, fashion. Seventh, delicacy and imitation. Eighth, lack of fresh air and light. Ninth, lack of rest and sleep. 10th, lack of proper exercise. 11th, lack of awareness. 12th, unsuitable furniture. 13, improper way to carrying a weight. 14, obesity. 15, some habits. And 16, other reasons. Yes, these are the causes of bad posture. Next, we saw that common postural deformities in the last lecture: spinal curvature, flat foot, knock knees, bow legs, and round shoulder. Correct? Now, these are the short review of the whole lesson. Yes, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Thank you.